Hey kids, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's community conversations time.
It's community conversations time. That's right. From the beaches of South Florida to the hills of Tennessee. From New York to Hawaii. Tell your friends that community conversations is about to inform the next generation with news. Without fear and educating them without a pain.
And a warm South Florida and Costa Rica welcome to all of you.
This 1 hour forum deepens connections and it provides discussions on a range of topics including social emotional issues, improving relations with law enforcement, post-secondary education, careers, health and wellness, politics and race, inclusion and equality.
Focus on an initiative. Case in point tonight, you all were speaking about gun violence. Since I've been growing up, that's been a thing, especially living here in Florida.
Community Conversations, where it's all about highlighting the talented youth in our communities and the great things that they are doing.
In terms of encouraging women's involvement in civil rights activism.
Community Conversations.
Good evening and happy Friday, fam! I'm Abigail Guerin Manderson.
And I'm Langston Roundtree.
And welcome to Community Conversations, the show that stays booked, busy, and undefeated. 6 seasons strong and still running the scoreboard up.
Tonight's lineup, straight flames. We've got viral chaos, civic power moves, Olympic level surprises, and teens doing what teens do best, being brilliant.
From Riviera Beach to Belgrade, from Boca to the big stage. If young people are talking about it, we're covering it loudly, proudly, and with receipts. So lock in, smile big, and let's make this one for the books.
South Florida showed up and showed out yesterday for the Jumpstart's Read for the Record, the nationwide event where millions of kids read the same book on the same day. Community Conversations. Langston Roundtree has the story. It was me. In Delray Beach, nearly 150 volunteers packed into elementary schools for the 14th annual Delray Reads Day. And they didn't just walk in, they came prepared. Earlier in the week, volunteers hit the first ever Reader's Breakfast to get tips, connect, and learn how to bring C. Marcus Grow to life, which is a book. From pre-K to third grade, classrooms lit up as readers laughed, acted out scenes, and made story time feel like magic. What started as a morning of reading turned into a reminder. When a community shows up, kids grow. For Community Conversations, I'm Langston Roundtree. Now, what appears to be a happy ending for a tiny monkey stealing hearts all over the world. Let's listen in as Community Conversations' Jasmine Wright tells us about Punch, who had a bunch of trouble connecting with other monkeys in Japan.
Punch, a 7-month-old Japanese macaque, has officially taken over the internet. But this story started with a problem. He just couldn't connect to the other monkey zoo until something new. They bought him a stuffed orangutan from IKEA, and Punch fell in love instantly. He cuddled it, dragged it everywhere, and the videos viral. Fans went bananas. Even United Airlines jumped in with the memes. According to ABC News, Punch's plush buddy sold for $50. But here's the best part. Punch is now playing with other baby monkeys and even grooming with the group. Turns out, sometimes all you need is one good friend to help you find your people. For Community Conversations, I'm Jasmine Wright.
Frosty has some serious competition. What started as a pile of powder at home in Shirley, Massachusetts, has literally snowballed into a tourist attraction. Community Conversations, Gloria Noel Manderson has the 411.
Frosty might want to take notes. One Shirley's family Little Snow project had turned into a full-blown tourism attraction. Katie L. Ward says her husband Eric got a little stir-crazy after their daughter was born and decided to build a snowman. Fast forward through some tragic losing, a few snowstorms, and one blizzard later, and Parker the Snowman now stands 23 feet tall and 25 feet wide and is fully lit up. He's so massive, he's literally stopping traffic. Eric says he's turning this into an annual tradition, even though, in his words, I was more sore doing this than anything I've done in the last 5-10 years. For Community Conversations, I am Gloria Noel Manderson. First it was the hot dogs, now it's the sundaes. Costco is going viral for a new St. Patrick's Day themed concoction it added to the menus last week. Let's listen in as Mordecai Anderson tells us more.
First, Costco shook the world with the $1.50 hot dog. Now they're back for the St. Patrick's Day dessert that's going viral. It's called the Double Chocolate Mint Sundae. Mint ice cream, cookie crumbles, all topped with chocolate sauce. USA Today says it's $2.99 and influencers are already reviewing it. One said it tastes like a thin mint. Another called it 790 calories of pure food court chaos. No word yet on whether it's seasonal or here to stay, but the internet is definitely eating it up. For Community Conversations, I'm Mordecai Anderson.
We're not often at a loss for words, but this next story had us close. Researchers are working on a Fitbit for flatulence. As TJ Moranci tells the story, it's a wearable device, he would call it. Or as Christopher Mims of Wall Street Journal so eloquently put it, it's an underwearable device.
That's right, Abigail. Researchers are testing what might be the boldest piece of wearable tech ever invented, a Fitbit for flatulence. Yes, science is wow. The device is tiny, about 3 nickels wide, and sits exactly where you think it sits. It doesn't just count activity, its real job is measuring hydrogen levels to help researchers understand the digestive issues, kind of like how glucose monitors track blood sugar. So many people volunteered that the University of Maryland had to make more devices. And before humans could test them, researchers tried them on mannequins' butts hooked up to gas canisters. A whole lab of fake toots on command. That's not just science. That's commitment. For Community Conversations, I'm TJ Moranci, bringing you science you can feel in your soul and everywhere else.
Tired of hearing people say the news is always negative. Yeah, we hear that a lot. But that's not the whole story. Community Conversations flips the script. This is where good news, bold ideas, and youth-powered inspiration take center stage. From STEM breakthroughs to community glow ups, from student leaders to rising artists, we highlight everything mainstream media forgets to mention. Know someone who needs a fresh perspective? Text them, call them, slide into their DMs because Community Conversations is live, loud, and forward focused. This is your news, your voice, your year. So don't scroll, press play, and pass it on.
If this is your first time rocking with us, welcome to the squad. New year, new listeners, same unstoppable energy. You're tuned in to Community Conversations, the youth-powered podcast serving unfiltered, uplifting stories for the past 6 straight seasons, without missing a single show. That's how hot this movement is. If it's youth-led, youth-driven, or youth-inspired, trust us, we're already on it. So whether you're chilling out at home or rolling with your crew, make us your Friday night vibe. You're tuned in to Community Conversations, where youth voices lead and the world listens.
All right, fam. Valentine's Day has officially clocked out, Cupid packed his bags, and the last heart-shaped balloon just floated out the door. But don't get it twisted. The love, the laughs, and the legendary commentary are still in the building. Very much so. So grab whatever's left of that discount chocolate, get comfy, and prepare to be educated, entertained, and lightly roasted. Because Mr. John, Mr. Nate, and Mr. Ciron are stepping up next with post-Valentine vibes hotter than a box of truffles left in the Florida sun. With these three, you never know what's about to hit you. Your heart, your funny bone, or your group chat. From real talk parenting gems to political curveballs. From back in my day wisdom to a full obituary for the voicemail era. RIP to leave a message after the beep. They're serving life lessons with a side of undefeated dad jokes. The takes, bold. The stories, unfiltered. The delivery, sweeter than the Valentine candy your mom hid from you. I would know. So buckle up, Gen Z and beyond. The grown folks are clocked in, tuned up, and ready to remind you why experience still runs the show. This is Trending Now, where wisdom meets wit and the elders finally get their shine. Let's roll.
When I move my body just like this, I don't know why, but I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom.
Brother man, what's going on?
What's going on, good brother?
It's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, it's a Friday night.
It is.
Yes. The last day actually the last day for us in February, and
it is.
On the man, I don't know about you, John, but this month just zoomed by. It seemed like it just zoomed by, man.
This year is zooming by. I mean, we're already to March, the third month of the year. Tomorrow's the last day of Black History Month, so definitely.
Well, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. We were talking about that earlier, and one of the reporters says, "Why do we have to do Black History? Why do we have to stop Black History Month in February? Why can't we continue to keep it rolling?" So see you, Jasmine. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to continue. In fact, I'm being told that yes, we will be continuing Black History Month, our Moments of Black History, next week. In fact, we have I think we have a story coming up next week on the first female detective in the city of Delray Beach Police Department, and we have some other more highlights that we're going to be featuring. Speaking of which, I'm being told to let you guys know, full disclosure, that the buffering you've been hearing, not the buffering, the audio issues you've been hearing is not from Jeremiah's computer. We have a state-of-the-art we have a yes. I'm gonna let him know. Yes, I will. Being told to let you know that we have a state-of-the-art equipment now. So whatever noise you're hearing is not coming from Jeremiah's computer. It's coming from the recipients, the speaker's computer. Not calling any names, but so I guess I'm not sure if this is being intentionally done, John. Jeremiah got new computers, so maybe some people need new computers. So they said, let's just, we heard one echoing earlier. Okay, all right. You tell me now one was in an empty room. That's fine. Doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with the production. That's on the speaker side. But anyway, earlier we heard that millions of people around the country were reading this past week, yesterday, I think it was, to students around the country on to promote reading. And in Delray Beach, Florida, they had Delray Reads Day, and I'm being told that we do have some photos. Okay, Jeremiah, go ahead and roll your pictures from that. Let me just add, Jeremiah, why don't you go ahead and bring everybody else back in? But let me just add that in Delray Beach, nearly 150 volunteers packed into elementary schools for the 14th annual Delray Reads Day, as you heard earlier. And they didn't just walk in, they came prepared. On Thursday or on Tuesday, they hit the first ever Readers Breakfast to get tips. This was held at the Historical Society, and they had a chance to connect and learn how to bring the book See Marcus Grow to life. This was just a phenomenal experience. For the last 14 years, the city of Delray Beach volunteers have been coming together to go into the schools to make sure they promote literacy. And from pre-K to third grade, I'm telling you, classrooms were just lit up as you had readers sitting on the floor, sitting in chairs, some were standing around and laughed. They acted out scenes that just made John everything. I mean, made storyline just, feel like magic.
Stories coming to life. Yes. It was also good to see the brother Ike Powell.
Brother Ike Powell, yes. Brother
good
Ike.
Seeing the good brother.
Yes, he was there. I'm glad you brought that out. And Miss Madison and our beloved Cheryl Haywood was there as well. And obviously, let me just say kudos. I just can't say enough to about Jeremiah. John, he was able to put this video together in a matter of minutes, like maybe less than 3 to 5 minutes. he just
Kudos to
got.
Jeremiah.
I mean, Jeremiah just can't say enough about your work ethic. Thank you so much. But where is? Oh man, so where are my high schoolers? I don't even know if y'all can handle this tonight. What we want to talk to y'all about, but yeah, yeah, TJ, you here? Okay, you got. I mean, TJ got it. Madison, what grade are you in?
A.
You
So,
almost there. And Langston, what
even
about
ninth grade next year.
5th or 6th?
I'm in 6th.
Well, you're in 6th, but you have the intellect of a college freshman or college sophomore, brother, man. So let me just say, John, what do you think, John? Think they're ready?
I think that they're ready.
I think y'all ready. All right. Well, Langston, you ready?
Yeah.
I want to talk about what's happening in our young people's lives today. Tonight, we're going to dive into what John and I have been talking about over the last couple of weeks, a topic that so many young people feel but don't always talk about it out loud, and the pressure to have you, whether you're in 3rd grade, 5th grade, or even high schoolers, TJ, just to have your whole life figured out by the time you're 18. It's a lot of pressure, and I can just imagine it, John, that's a lot they're under.
I mean, perfect grades, perfect body, perfect social media, perfect future. There's just a lot being thrown at our youth all at once. And honestly, it's exhausting.
You got that right. And honestly, boy, it's not just pressure from adults. It's a lot of it comes from what you see online every day.
Social media.
Winning. Yeah, social media. Everybody grinding. Everybody going viral, Langston. It can make you feel like you're behind before you even get started.
And so let's start with something we hear from students all the time. Burnout. High school burnout is real. Between AP classes, sports, jobs, and trying to keep up with life, it's a lot.
It is. Just last week, Denai and I were talking, and she was talking about, she's in the advanced program at her school. By the way, let me just say, Denai was this past Sunday, she was recognized we have the story coming next week on that, but she was recognized this Sunday again by one of the local churches in town for her academic excellence. So congratulations to you again, Denai Strong. It's wild, and that's for some teens to be feeling guilty for being tired, like you're supposed to be young and full of energy 24/7. But the truth, guys, the truth is pressure drains you both mentally and physically.
Then there's the myth that you're supposed to know your entire life plan by your senior year. What college, what major, what career, what salary. Like you're supposed to map out the next 40 years before you even lived to be 18.
Exactly. And let's be real. Most adults, guys, you may not know this, but let me share this with you. Most adults don't have it figured out yet. So why are we in Langston? I know you're just burning. You can't jump in here, but give us a few minutes, bro. Most adults don't even have it figured out yet. So why are we expecting you guys, teenagers, to have it figured out?
Boy, that's the truth. I'm almost 40, not quite 40 yet, but I definitely don't have it all figured out. And quite honestly, I was in college during the social media era. So my freshman year, I think, was the first year of Facebook, either the first or second year of Facebook. So social media doesn't help either. You see someone your age making 6 figures, traveling the world, or blowing up online, and suddenly, you feel like you're not doing enough. And I always say that, comparison is a thief of joy. So you could be in a really good place, But as soon as you compare yourself to somebody else, next thing you know, that high that you were on, it doesn't exist anymore.
But here's the truth, John. Going viral is not a life plan. Okay, TJ, and you should know that success is not a race, brother. What matters is building something real, something healthy, something that fits you, not the internet. We talk about this all the time. The internet is here, it's going to be here for stay, but let's use it to our advantage. Okay, let's not be a slave to the internet.
And that brings us to the heart of today's conversation. Defining success on your own terms, not what your friends think, not what social media says, and not what society pushes.
Success might be to some graduating, might be taking care of your mental health, it might be discovering what you love. It might be starting slow and steady instead of just fast and flashy.
And so we want to hear from you. What pressures are you feeling? What expectations are weighing on you? And what does success look like in your world?
When you I like that, John. I like that when you think of success, and all three of you guys want to hear from all three of you guys, as John said. When you think about success, whose definition are you actually following? Is it yours? Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it social media? Um, TJ.
Well, for me personally, I don't really have a clear cut view of what I view success as personally, because I have certain goals that I'm working towards in the future. Like I want to be a chef, that's a goal that I want to work towards for the future. But once I accomplish that, I don't feel like I'm successful in that. Like, am I successful in life? Like, do I have full success? So I would say just making my mom proud for me would be success. So going by what my mom says is success would be success for me personally.
Ms.
Professor?
Manderson?
I think success for me is being able to thrive in this world. And there's a lot of pressures put on young people and like young people of color especially. And it's hard sometimes, like getting good grades and then taking care of yourself, loving yourself, and still being on social media and having a positive image on how you see yourself based on what you're feeding yourself about other people. It's hard, but I know it is possible to survive and to thrive like I want to do.
Go ahead.
My definition of success is basically just thriving in life.
Thriving. And before we get to you,
Great
Langston,
definition.
Mr. Anderson, very good response. You said that getting on social media, you think that you have to be on social media. Why is that important to be on social media, even be a part of it?
I don't think you have to be on social media because like generations before were fine without it. But I think that's just like something that was like made for us to think that we can't survive without social media, but we actually can. So you don't need to be on social media. Okay. Some people aren't mature enough to even be on social media, but they are anyways. So,
all right, you want to chime in, Langston? Your thoughts on the question?
Well, when I think about success, I think about being. Well, I think about excellence in the field that you do. So, and not just personal goals, not just good grades, but like your overall like. Yeah, I'll just stick with the field. So like the field that you do. It's like success in engineering, doctors, nursing, dentists. Um, you know, and that's what I think, what success really is.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that because for them, success to them would be, I'm sure, making money, probably the lawyer winning a case, the dentist maybe going to work and making sure that his people can leave his office smiling. What about to you at your age right now? What's success to you?
Well, success to me is, you know, still being excellent, doing a good job in the things you do, getting good grades, having a nice an organized life, and setting high standards for yourself because you never really know how far you can go. So you just have to expect the greatest. And that's what I think the definition of
Success.
successfully is.
Okay, Manderson, and to all three of them, Manderson, what's one pressure that you feel right now that adults might not realize is affecting you in life?
The pressure that's put on us to have good grades. I get good grades. I'm an A student, straight A student.
What are you over there
helps.
doing, Langston? You working out?
No, I'm just relocating because
Turn your camera off. Turn your camera off.
During the relocation,
Yeah, during the relocation. Do we need to call a moving company?
nah, I got it covered.
Oh, you got it covered. All right, bro. Go ahead, Madison.
I think a lot of students, I've heard a lot of my classmates say that they're scared that their parents will get mad at them or scold them or take things away from them if they don't do well in school. And I think there are some kids who aren't really academically, that's not their focus. They can be athletically focused. That's their gift and their skill. So of course, sometimes it's hard for kids to do well in school. They can do it, but I think it makes school a lot harder for kids when they're being pressured every day to do well in school. You need to have a little bit of pressure, but sometimes too much can be unhealthy.
Right. What about you, TJ?
I feel like for me, obviously there's your grades, a lot of people expect you to try and do good things, especially when you're smart, and they equal good things with your grades because that's the main thing as kids we're doing right now, we're in school. But I feel like there's multiple different ways that people could do good things. But that's not the question. You said pressures that adults may not know we're dealing with. Okay, so for me personally, I feel like pressure from your peers. But not as far as peer pressure, people saying, oh, do this, do that. More like pressure from your peers to act a certain way. Or sometimes it's not serious stuff. It's just the little stuff can still add pressure on your life. Does that make sense?
No, because who cares what your peers think?
I mean, that's a good point. But when you're actually at school and stuff, it's different. You can say that when you're not in a class with these people every day. But when you're actually there, it's different, if that makes sense.
Makes a lot
And
of sense.
I appreciate your transparency.
Professor Langston.
So, Basira, can you please revise the question again? I'm sorry.
Sure. Anything for you, brother. I'm just saying, what's one pressure you feel right now that adults may not realize is affecting you?
Good question. That's a hard question. I don't really know how to answer that. I feel like maybe one of the pressures, it would be honestly just to do. I would say just to overall thrive in life, because most of the time adults, what they do is that they want you to thrive in life, but they want you to do it their way, not your way, because it's your life. Some kids are forced to be doctors or engineers, so and that's what they're pressured to do by their parents sometimes.
Oh, you say parents trying to tell them what career they should choose?
Yeah, so that's what
Really?
that's actually the case for most children, not just here but in different countries, especially Asia. Um but honestly, I feel like they should just let us thrive in our life. Um they should just let us strut to whatever we want to do, and have a good life overall and be successful like they want us to be.
So, Langston, what about the notion that parents knows what's best for us?
Mm, well, I would say that for the most part that is in fact true. Um, because I mean, there's a bunch of evidence that I feel like can back that up. But what's best for you in their mind might not be what's best for you in our minds. So, sometimes when your parents choose what's best for you, if you don't feel comfortable with it, because that could be the case. People can be uncomfortable. They won't like it. They don't get used to it. And when they say, "Hey, you'll get used to over time, you don't get used to it." Sometimes you just gotta, like I said before, just let the children flow and let their minds think for themselves sometimes,
Okay,
whilst
so
obviously
man,
still keeping a good eye on them, because children are children and
all
bad
right,
things
man, to see
happen.
you're up. So Marcus, TJ, Langston started the trend, so you're following it now? He had to adjust his microphone and camera. You had to adjust yours too? All right. Well,
What
Madison,
happened?
why don't you go ahead and do yours? We all might as well go ahead and move our camera right
Yeah.
now. Let's keep it going. Madison, what's pressuring you that we adults might not realize is affecting you right now?
I'm gonna add on to what I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
To say the pressure to be like your parents, I think, and be like follow. A lot of parents say, "Oh, do something successful, like become a doctor, a politician, a lawyer, those things." But that might not necessarily be what you want to do. And so, like, a lot of kids feel trapped and are like, I don't want to disappoint my parents and I don't want to be like the disappointment in the family, but I want to do what I want to do. And that's not really like my gift. That's not what I focus on. That's not my dream. I
Right.
think that's one of the
So
pressures.
to continue on, and TJ, we'll start with you. So if you could remove one expectation that society puts on teens, what would it be and why?
I would say probably grades, because that's the one that probably affects the most people our age. Because everybody our age goes to school, so everybody has to deal with that. So I'd probably say to get good grades. I feel like, because not everybody learns the same. Not everybody has the same advantages as other people. So I'd say to get good grades.
Hmm. Interesting. What about you, Manderson?
I would say the expectancy to follow in your parents' footsteps. I think that's a big one. And that's like one of the reasons a lot of young people end up in fields that they don't want to be in, and they're not happy and they feel like they haven't really fulfilled what they think that their life purpose is and what they feel would make them happy. So I think that should be one of the things that's removed, or one of the social societal expectations.
Okay, Langston.
I feel like one of the societal expectancies that should be removed is probably, I would say, potentially peer pressure. Because peer pressure is a big thing, especially when you're a very convincible person, like how I was before. I remember I was like so convincible, I would believe everybody, and I ended up doing things I did not like to do, but I got out of that habit. Basically, it can destroy your life because if you hang around the wrong group, which is one of the top reasons why many people aren't living the lives that they want to live because they hang around the wrong group. They'll tell you stuff like, "Oh, do this. This is so good," or "Do this. It'll make you look cool," or something like that. That damages your life, and you won't be as successful. So I think that's one of the things that should be removed.
Thank you. Let me just say that thank you to all those. John, we have already got nine texts from folks out here who are watching, and the comments just so interesting. First, they said, "I want to applaud them for being so transparent, especially on a topic that can be so conversational." One said, "Langston, you are so right on your Asian assertion." Another one said they wish Anderson, and Denia and your high schoolers were on to hear this. You should definitely do this topic again. And obviously another one, this must be Robert Dodd. Why did you have to give him such controversial topic? Well, why do we have? See, the thing is, you guys want us to come on here every Friday night. Maybe you want us to come on and just do the touchy feeling, nice and warm and soft topics. We are a mentoring program, and as such, we this is where we tell him, Anderson. This is what earlier before we got online. We normally do between a 6 and 7 hour. We have a 1 hour session where we go through the script and we talk about challenges that the young people are facing, and we use that as a mentoring opportunity to address some leadership skills and leadership traits that they need to have. And we touched on some topics tonight that were somewhat uncomfortable, but they need to know, because that's how leadership is developed, John. And we dealt with some stuff here tonight that you're going to notice a change in these young people. One here says they are generalizing and they sound like they are talking about some other children. And it's probably because that's who they go to school with. Wow, this is deep. That's who they go to school with. This is what integration has done. I didn't mean to. They're coming in right and left, John. They're coming in right and left. But we need to have discussion like this, because this is real. And instead of you guys bottling this up, this is the forum that I want you guys to feel free to open up and we can discuss this. What I'm going to do is, someone suggested, why don't you bring a psychologist in so we can discuss this topic more? It's up to you guys. You guys are running this, as we discussed earlier. You guys, is your show. So you decide how you guys want to address this. Langston, take the lead next week. Let's discuss this some more. But there's one question that John came in here. What is something you're proud of that doesn't show up on your report card, your resume, or maybe even a social media post? Let's start with you, Manderson. What is something you're proud of that doesn't show up on a report card, a resume, or even a social media post? Okay, hold your thoughts and comments. We'll definitely bring them up next week when Denia Strawn and the high schoolers are back. Wow, John, I don't know what we did tonight, but we really stirred them up. We need to do this more often. Wow. Just hold on.
You're just gonna spare us even more.
Uh-huh.
That please don't. That's just gonna make it even worse for us.
Madison, you got the last question for the night. What's something you're proud of that doesn't show up on a report card, a resume, or a social media?
I'm proud of my beliefs and morals.
Okay, you're proud of your belief and your morals. Wow. Two principals are watching, and they said that great job, young people. We're very proud of your answers, responses, regardless of the environment that you may be exposed to during the day. This is how you feel, and we applaud your candidness. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. And what about you, Langston?
Something that I think I'm proud of, without like a report card or anything on social media or anything on like a resume or something, I feel like it's probably the skills that I've learned over the years, like fishing skills, camping skills, the fact that I can play 2 instruments, almost 3, so I feel like that's what I'm most proud of when it comes to that.
Very good. Very good.
Super.
Mr. Moranci.
For me, I would say either A, the ability to keep trying, because of like resilience, to keep trying to do the stuff that I want to do. Either that or cooking. I've gotten a lot better at cooking this school year. So I feel like that's a skill that I'm good at now.
You say you want to be
It
a
is a
chef.
skill.
So 1 minute, John. You say you want to be a chef. So you trying your hand at cooking. What do you know how to cook, or what do you like to cook?
I know how to cook pasta, tacos, burgers.
Everybody can cook pasta. Tell me something. Tell me something that
Okay,
Langston can't cook.
Let me think.
Just boil the water, put the noodles
Yeah,
Chicken
in.
de
everybody
bleu.
can do eggs.
It's chicken blue. That's the name of the dish. It's a
Chicken
French
blue.
dish, a French dish. Basically, what it is, it's chicken. You have to beat it. Then you add ham, cheese, and then you roll it up, put it in the oven, take it out, and then fry it. And you're supposed to put it in eggs, flour, and breadcrumbs to get it crispy before you fry it.
It's not like an easy
Someone
thing.
said, "Do you mean chicken cordon bleu?" Do you mean chicken cordon bleu or chicken blue?
Chicken blue, chicken de blue.
Chicken blue. And why would he beat a chicken? Come on now, get off my phone. Why would he beat a chicken?
You got to get
He's
it thin
cooking.
so that you can roll it up with the ham and stuff before you fry it. It has to be, because if you don't do that, it won't be able to roll up. It'll just be too like, what's the
All
word?
right. All right. Before we go, Robert, I want you guys to know he's so proud of these young people with the answers that they're giving to your question. And I must say this, Chief said, keep moving, young people. You're the future. Good response. Great response. Ms. Mandelson, they really like your candidness. And Langston, you're way ahead of your years, brother. That's all right.
Oh, he for sure is.
That's called forward thinking. Good. Well, you know what? I like this because we're getting feedback. John, what I notice is the borderline topics. That's what gets them fired up, Langston.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Anyway. So speaking of which, someone mentioned about Langston said you say fishing and all that good stuff. Tomorrow we have we're gonna be TJ, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm going to a golf tour. The PGA tour.
You're going to the Cognizant Classic. And Manderson, what about you? Are you going to be there? Didn't see your name on the list. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, they're going to be at the PGA tomorrow for the Cognizant Classic, which is like the Super Bowl. Langston, you went last year, right? Am I correct?
You are correct.
What was it like? What was the experience like?
It was honestly amazing Because as a person who's been only watching football and basketball his whole life, I've never really dug into basically any other sport. So it was cool to see basically, the process of golfing. Um, and how, what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to the different TV stations that they're broadcasting on. So I'm pretty sure they even showed us like the different TV stations in different countries. It was cool to see the golfers play. Um, it was adrenaline pumping. Food was good. Festivity was good. Everything was good about it.
You
And
begin to
I would
sound like a
love to go back.
broadcaster, man. You begin to sound like a sportscaster. That's why you can talk so fast, like a sportscaster. That's all right. That's all right. TJ, make sure you pay attention because we're going to need a report next week. Okay, we want to hear blow by
No
blow
problem.
everything you did. Take some photos so Jeremiah can share with us. What about you, John? What's on tap for you this weekend?
Man, rest and relaxation.
Me
good
too.
brother.
Rest and relax.
Rest and relaxation is on tap.
It's been a good one. Miss Manderson, why don't you sing? Oh, there she is, little Miss Manderson. How are you?
Good.
What you been up to?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? Why don't you sing us out "Good Night, Sweetheart"? You want to do that?
Okay.
Jeremiah, go ahead and get us out of here, man.
Okay.
So, what was that, Manderson?
I think she was going to sing for us.
Yeah, go ahead and sing "Good Night, Sweetheart."
Good night, sweetheart. When it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. When it's time to go.
I hate to leave you, but I really must say,
oh, good night, sweetheart. Good
night. Way to go, girl. That's all right.
Way to
Good
go.
night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. Good night, Miss Franklin, Mr. Dodd, and all our listeners out there. See you next week.
See ya.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. You're tuned into Community Conversations, the podcast that's powered by youth, built for truth, and here to shake up your entire newsfeed. We're not here to scare you, and we're not here to tell you what to think. We're here to kick off your year with facts, spark bold ideas, and make sure your voice stays front and center. From classrooms to courtrooms, from TikTok trends to global movements, we're connecting the next generation to stories that actually matter. If it's relevant, we're on it. If it's youth-led, trust me, we are definitely amplifying it. So plug in, turn us up, and step into the year with a fresh new lens. This is Community Conversations. New year, same truth, even bigger impact.
All right, fam. Stop the scroll and cue the confetti because it's birthday time. A very special hello and happy birthday to Willie Burke,
Exasprian TK Barton,
that's an interesting name, Stephen Green,
and Clarence Vaughn.
From your Community Conversations family, we're wishing you a week full of good news, great music, and moments that remind you just how powerful you are. Got a birthday coming up? Know someone celebrating this week? Don't keep it low key. Let us turn it into a full-on celebration. Here at Community Conversations, we give props where they're due. Want a birthday shout out on the pod? Hit us up. Text 855 KOPMN91. Our email is kopcommunityconversations@gmail.com. Don't forget the S in conversations. And here's the sweet part. Like, literally. You can snag a free smoothie or shake from our friends at Sweet Life Nutrition in Riviera Beach. Good vibes plus good flavor, mix that together equals a win. So spread the word. Drop that name and let us celebrate you, the Community Conversations way. Youth powered, celebration approved, let's go. Yep, that seems like a video that's fresh from Facebook right there.
Or AI.
No, like seriously. No, if you go on Facebook, you can see. You scroll. AI video after AI video after AI video. I promise you. Check that out when we're done with the podcast.
Why are you on Facebook?
I'm not on Facebook. I just see when my grandma's on Facebook on her computer. I promise. I don't have it. I'm too young to have it anyways.
Well, tonight's episode of Community Conversations is on fire. And that's thanks to our behind-the-scenes MVP, the one and only Jeremiah.
He's not just our cinematographer and engineer. He's a proud Dr. Juan Garcia High School alum, bringing pure excellence to every shot and every sound. From killer camera angles to crisp, clean audio, Jeremiah keeps the whole operation, locked in. While you're vibing with the voices on the mic, just know the magic is powered by him.
Want to catch past episodes and witness more youth-powered brilliance? Hop on YouTube and search KOP Mentoring Network. Trust us, we want to binge every drop of wisdom, creativity, and community fire we've been serving. Big love to Jeremiah and all the young legends making this show shine.
And right next to a very sharp engineer is an equally sharp script writer, the talented Abigail Glorianne Manderson. She brings a vibrant, youth-centered voice to our scripts while keeping every message clear, focused, and impactful.
Whether you're vibing with the show, repping your school, or just want to hear your voice on air, we are here for it. This is your podcast, powered by youth, and we want to hear from you.
Before we go, high five to our Community Conversations classrooms. Mrs. Mankins Cougars at South Central Bonesteel in South Dakota.
Mrs. Logan's Huskies at Highland Academy Charter in Beaumont, California.
And Mrs. Zaradink's Blue Jays at Needville Middle School in Needville, Texas.
Mr. Mullen Gardens Bobcats at Bradley in Derby, Connecticut.
And Mrs. Segafu's Mountaineers at Dongill Intermediate School in Marietta, Pennsylvania.
From courtside legends to community glow-ups, viral moments to culture-shifting youth stories. This has been Community Conversations, where youth voices spark big ideas and the future gets a little louder.
That's right. And we're just so grateful that you spent part of your day with us. And we can't wait to have you back next week for more inspiring updates, local wins, and youth voices that matter. With maybe a little mission sprinkled in.
February is Black History Month, a time to honor Black culture, brilliance, and achievement. If you know someone we should feature, text us at 561-665-0151 or email info@klpmn.org.
From all of us behind the mic and behind the scenes, thank you for listening, sharing, and believing in the power of young people. Stay safe, stay curious, and enjoy your weekend to the fullest. Community Conversations, where youth voices lead and the world listens.
Thank you for tuning in for another amazing rendition of Community Conversations. If you like what you saw tonight, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends, families, and even acquaintances. Be sure to tune back next week for another amazing edition of Community Conversation.